Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're hopping back into to our Dominions 4 game where I'm playing the Nation EA-Hinnom. The game is Grapes of Wrath. And we have a message from Agartha. Well, he's the most intelligent choice for me to attack, speaking of Rlyehn. I still need to scout him first. Somehow in none of my province, scouts were recruitable, but I think I'll spend a fort turn. I definitely need a few turns to build up, and I don't have any earth elementals to just overrun his armies yet. So a message from Rlyehn. At this point I'm really worried about them gobbling up all their required thrones. I just have to get gold income overflowing by building a fort there, since I can't even afford recruiting mages at this point. And yes, it means 3 turns from now, since I'll have my whole army move across the map and Lake anyway. Raiding with Mine Lords will only get me so far. So I think Rlyehn said he's going to attack Machaca. Garden of Pearls, this is a very good site. This gives us 2 Astral Pearls. And I think that's about it. We got some battles. So Rlyehn has continued his attack. I don't know if this will work though. Yeah, did not work. I didn't kill him because he has a ritual of returning up. This does not appear to be successful. Femoria tried to break out of here. Or no, I sent these guys in to kill them. Let's see what happened. So this guy has everything you would think he needs. I think I was going to do a reinvigoration at the end, but I do not have mana for that now. My guys retreated. Now I've just got this guy. Unfortunately, I hear sounds of Horde of Skeleton, which I'm not going to be excellent at wading through. I don't have Fire Shield or anything. But they shouldn't hurt me, so we'll see. And I've also, as we saw, I've got this Frighten spam that starts coming out that is a big problem for not terribly high morale super combatants. I should be immune to this. Yeah, I've got 10 shock resistance. So these guys are properly geared to fight this army. I'm taking some damage. But unfortunately, I don't think I can kill the chaff faster than... and they're casting Frighten at me while I'm tied up with this chaff. So this is a pretty good counter. If I could fly, or if I had Stomping Boots, I would be in better shape. Fortunately, I did not bring an Air Mage to cast Gifted Flight. That probably would have changed the outcome here. As it stands, there's really no way I'm going to be able to get through all this chaff in time. So what's probably going to happen is I'm going to get a Frighten, and that will be the end of me here. You can see I'm fatigue neutral though, so I've kind of got a lot of things working here, but the Skelly spam is a pretty good counter to super combatants. And I've got decent morale, so that's not quite going down. What's going to happen here? Yeah. Anyway, he lasted for a really long time, until a Frighten landed against a fair number of mages. So, if he got back here, he would have killed them all. So that's unfortunate. Would have been really nice to take that. And I probably could have. I just needed... Did I have an Air Mage somewhere? Would have had to have gotten an Air Mage. One of these ones up here. Who were busily at work doing all sorts of things, but... what else? We're plugging away on Blood Magic about 3 more turns till we have our next level. Still not really using any of the research. And I think that's about it. So we broke through 2 forts again. We have broken through this fort, so I'm going to storm the castle. I expect this will be successful, but you never know. My scripting here, I'm mostly doing wooden warriors. And I've broken through another one, which is right here. And this guy's going to storm castle, and hopefully I'll be successful. He's going to... I've got this guy set up to kind of fluff. So he's going to be doing wooden warriors, which should catch him. And regeneration, which should also go on him. So we will see that in a moment. Did I go through all my events? Yeah. Okay. We're going to go ahead and hop to the next turn here. And I think that was turn 41. This is turn 42 now. So we're going to start actually where we left off right here. This should be the... Wait, whoops. This should be the battle inside the fort. I think this one. So hopefully this works. There's not a very big army inside here. Nope, just one guy and they routed. Okay, we've taken that. Let's look at the other fort. This is a big battle inside of a big fort. Well, kind of big. I think these are all mages, though. And we make short work of these guys here. He's got some magic coming out, but nothing that's going to keep me from coming through this passage here. And we are now back into his mages. And we got most all of them. There we go. Should have been pretty minimal losses here. We lost some Soulless and 2 Dawn Guard. Not bad for taking a fort. We'll start back up at the top now. So we have a teleport. This is probably a few Mine Lords with some water gems. No, not many, just a couple. But that will be enough. Found a magic site. Enchanted Gates, so this is more astral income. And what else? We've got a couple battles here. This is attacking kind of a small little band of Fomorians. And they are going to get punished. Unless I get extremely unlucky here. This is one of the reasons Fomoria is really good at playing defense. Is you can use these guys to teleport on top of your enemy when they're raiding. And having teleporting or cloud trapezing thugs, or even better, super combatants, is one of the best anti-raiding strategies, because if the enemy doesn't have stealth units, then they're guaranteed to get hit. So it's really effective, because not only will you get your territory back, but you're pretty much guaranteed in a lot of situations to also kill the raiders. And being defensive, in general, you're going to have a strategic advantage because you're picking the fight. Yeah, we're going to lose this. So this is Fomoria. Where is that? So Fomoria has taken this back. But you can see we had a really good turn. We took both of Fomoria's forts here, so our fort count is up a good bit. Whoops. And then we are getting close to getting his capital. Unfortunately, I have not taken this yet, and I'm storming here. So hopefully this works. And what else do we want to cover? Actually, I think research, we're coming along. We've got 2 turns left Here, not too much interesting going on with forging. I'm making more blood boosters to get ready for when I inevitably want to dump all of my blood slaves. Not too much interesting going on here either. I've switched to bale production for a little bit, so I got a bale here, which will be nice. And then finally I'm switching back to Melkorts. Melkorts really, I think, are significantly better than bales. If you look at the stat difference, bales have pretty bad attack and defense, whereas Melkorts have pretty awesome attack and defense, and that matters a lot. Yeah, there's not too much. I mean, it's better to be one higher. The paths are better on a bale, but not that much. So they're better for like supporting armies and things like that, but yeah. Still no strategy yet to deal with the lake. I'm kind of giving up. Unfortunately, there's a Triton commander here, which means he's probably trying to build a fort, so I'm going to have to get back on it pretty soon. But I'm not doing it now because I've kind of struck a peace with Rlyehn, and we've agreed he's going to attack Machaka. And I think, what, a turn or two ago he said that? Okay, so I think that was turn 42. We're going to hop now to turn 43. Turn 43, mid-fall. We're going to go through and check our battles out real quick. So this is Rlyehn. He's going to take this. I don't think anything here is going to stop him. Yeah, not with two of these guys. Yeah. Well, if I had more, I might have gotten him. Alright, we are closing in on Femoria again. Okay, we can see I'm taking a ton of damage here, actually. Fortunately, these guys are getting paralyzed, which is very nice. But this guy does a lot of damage, and especially against an Astral Melkort. I do have Lifesteal from this Bloodthorn, but so that's really helpful. But his two brands are going to go right through my Etherealness, which is kind of my main source of defense. So I could die here. And I'm kind of lucky I haven't really gotten any wounds. A lot of that's thanks to regeneration. And I don't really kill anybody here, so that was really not super useful. Did I get any afflictions? No. Okay, well I won that battle. Right, but they didn't die. Got a battle here. This is me trying to storm their fort. Now it looks like I'm going to win this, but they have a lot of mage support. And it's very possible I get stuck in this little choke point here. So most of my guys, what are they doing? They have pretty good protection. That's I think with wooden warriors on them. But that is a lot of lightning coming out. Yeah, that's a lot of lightning. I'm probably going to lose this now, it looks like. It's amazing what 12 mages with a little bit of skelly spam can do. Yeah, my guys have already routed. That was kind of a big failure. So I haven't really figured out the secret here on these guys. Looking back on it, I kind of know what it is. I really need 2 gold events in one turn. That's pretty huge. Looking back on it, I definitely need Trample in conjunction with Lightning Resistance or Flight, and then a lot of Reinvigoration. So there's kind of a very specific recipe to get through Skelly Spam plus Lightning support. And I didn't really get it quickly enough, even though I really have all the tools to do it. I just am not doing it. So that's unfortunate. I still got a guy on top. Yeah, so anyway, we've had some setbacks. If Femoria was actually playing, if he hadn't gone AI, he could probably have some decent counters cooked up by now. I'm also one turn away from Blood 8, which is going to get me all sorts of cool shit with Bind Heliophase and other things. Machaka, meanwhile, is sitting on top of Niflheim. And we will see how that goes. But so far, I don't see any build-up or anything on the Machakan border. Any other news? I don't think so. We have probably time for one more turn. Yeah. Not too much super interesting going on at the moment. Okay. So I think that was turn 42. We're going to do turn 43. See if we can get one more turn in this episode. Oh wait, was that turn 43? I think it was. That lost battle here, so I think we're on turn 44. Okay, research in blood magic is complete. It's going to open up all sorts of cool things. We found a magic site, Totem Collection. It's actually a really good site. Increase luck and nature and astral. I will take it. Blood slaves did not get that many this turn. It's only like 40. Our raid went well here. We seem to have killed these rather resilient Fomorian kings. Only one giant. That giant will die quite quickly. There we go. Got him. Got him, coach. And the undead should... Oh no, they've got a Mount King. Okay. So that was effective. Oops. This does not look like it was effective. Did I move an army back on top? It appears that I did. They continue laying siege, and they come out... They're on guard commander. I've got Decay coming out, which I don't really want to get on my Melkor. Fortunately, though, he's bypassing all the chaff. Is he equipped properly? He's got Boots of the Behemoth, so he can just run over the chaff. And I believe he has a good amount of reinvigoration. Yep, reinvigoration 11. What is going on here? Oh, he is routed. So again, my morale problems coming to haunt me. And my guy is making his way back towards the exit. And fortunately, he is not stomping over my other guys, but this is not a recipe to win. So we can see time and time again this Frighten spam is really doing a number on my super combatants. And unfortunately, there's not much you can do against morale attacks. You can't... I mean, my guy had pretty high base morale. Yeah, there's really not much you can do. Except bring more dudes. So, anyway, this is going to continue until eventually my army routes. So that was a pretty decisive loss, which, if Fomori was present, he could take credit for, but unfortunately it's just the AI. Meanwhile, Rlyeh's taken the last of the lake, which I have given him, in exchange for him attacking Machaka. We have some events. Ooh, yet another magic site with a Frozen Heart. I'll show you that in a minute. Frozen Heart's kind of cool item. It is one I designed myself. It is a item that you implant into your chest, and it gives you 2 water gems, 2 temporary water gems every fight. Significant cold resistance, and you can spam the spell Frozen Heart, which is a good spell. for the minor cost of 10 water gems and 5 blood slaves. So it's pretty cheap, but it comes with the major penalty of giving you a chest wound, which is really not very good for mages. So, big trade-off, but very good. We have also opened up Blood Aid. So we are casting Bind Heliophase, however you say it. We are switching research. For some reason I didn't do it all the way. Oh, I think that was from last turn. We're going up the Conjuration tree. I can't remember why I'm going up Conjuration. Probably to spend some of my death gems. But I can't remember. I'm sure there's a reason. What else? I think that's it. So we're finally breaking into the high blood spells. Oh, there's one more really important thing with Blood 8. You get Rush of Strength, which is a great spell. It gives everybody on your side 4 strength, which is a pretty big buff, especially when you're fighting more giant-y, tanky races. Agartha is one of them. So is Femoria. It'll be less good versus Machaca, but pretty good. Yeah, so good shit happening there. Anything else? I don't think so. I think that's it for this episode. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.